that the clip. And for those who are disappointed, I hope that you will have an opportunity to participate and go watch the safari rally. And you don't include other things, but we will thank God when that time comes for the one who will have won. So now, between Gor Mahia and Tusker, we want to know who will take the cup.
Right.
So kindly just send in your comments and you'll get the feedback from us. Between Tusker and Gor Mahia, which team do you think is going to take the cup, and which team do you think is going to win their next game? So we are also having doubts on KCB, but let's just wait and see. Time will tell.
Right.
So now, that aside, now let's focus on the Bundesliga and discuss what is going on, what's happening in the Bundesliga, and also get some evaluation. So we are still here with Bill.
So.
Let's kindly tell us more about the Bundesliga.
All right. Personally, with Bayern Munich clinching the 11th consecutive title, just goes to show how they've dominated the German league. Now, Borussia Dortmund, they had that opportunity, but it was a missed penalty that cost them actually, and it was quite saddening for them, because we saw how the emotions, how they were crying, the fans were, it's amazing how the fans, despite missing out on the title, they were not, still supported them till the end minute. You are used to game Kisha, they're leaving the stadiums disappointed or not. But then again, this time around, they stood with their players, encouraging them. And of course, one thing I can assure is the fact that next season, Borussia Dortmund are going to, give Bayern Munich a run for their money once again. But then again, there are quite a few pointers that you can get from the German league, especially Bayern Munich side. It was quite notable that they sacked their CEO, that is Oliver Kahn, and he took to his Twitter social handle talking about how he was not even allowed to get to the pitch. I don't know, Elvis, maybe we've seen how despite Bayern winning the league, they sacked their previous manager, and Thomas Tuchel walked away with the title. In your own opinion, do you think it was a good move because Thomas Tuchel came in and he secured his first title in the German league, despite before he was BVB coach, but he was not lucky to win the title. Do you think he's going to be successful at the club?
Okay, thank you so much. It's true that Bayern has won different titles.
Yes.
But my concern, after I read what was posted on Twitter, I think Thomas Tuchel has had a good behavior, and this has also been seen on how he mentors the players and how he gives the information to the board members, and that was a big concern. So I feel that he's not a person who will go direct to the point that he wants.
Right.
Most of the time he covers it, then he will call someone who has a problem, and they will have a discussion aside from the other players.
Yes.
So I feel that for him, he's really focused on the sports, and his business mostly is where to get the best player and to sell who is not working hard. So I feel that if Bayern is serious, they will continue winning this title. But maybe this time they were just lucky.
Right.
So
yes. Yes. Borussia, yes.
So it meant that when they won, they were to focus on Dortmund so that they could choose the one to win the final title.
Right.
So for me, I feel like there was a problem at the center where they was getting access to get to score.
Right.
So if it's possible, in the next game, I feel like Dortmund will win the game because recently of how Bayern has been behaving,
yes,
it's not on the right way. So I've been hearing that they keep on blaming each other. They have people insisting to do different things and they were not being won. So each player,
right.
So it's very important that the board members call each player and give them a warning because that will be very much important. And this will also give the opportunities to the player to focus on winning the titles and not to focus on the behaviors
right.
that is in the camp. So before, we had a coach who was from Manchester United. He was really aggressive and he was really focused on winning the title. So this keeps changing when they change the coach because other coach, the only thing they feel is them and themselves. So they just want to show themselves out here, but they don't want to focus on other things. But when it comes to Thomas, he's very much professional. And I feel that with him, he really focused on, his main focus
right.
is on the players and to win the title.
Right.
So, and also I said earlier, his mentorship is a very good program that he gives to the players because he calls the players aside for these mentorship
right.
programs.
Right. Now, maybe just to look at the wins and the losses as far as the Bayern Munich team is concerned. Remember, Sadio Mane dodged a big bullet when he left Liverpool because Liverpool has done really poorly this season. And maybe people may say that it's because Mane left Liverpool that they did not perform really well. But they have a lot of stars. Nunes is there, Mohamed Salah is there, and you can see where they finished in the English Premier League. But on the other side, Sadio Mane lifted his first title at Bundesliga side, that is Bayern Munich. And also another win was João Cancelo. After moving for Pep Guardiola's side, he now has 2 medals, one with Manchester City and one with Bayern Munich. Do you see the both duos, dominating? Should they stay at the club? Because we are hearing there might be concerns as far as their future at the club is concerned. But should they stay there? What value do you think they might bring to the team and help Bayern Munich next season?
Okay, that's true. They are very good players.
Right.
For example, Mane.
Yes.
For example, Mane, I had some gossips that he's planning to
yes.
join Chelsea in the next season. But you see, when it comes to Chelsea, the
right.
goalkeeper right now is not in a good form. So that aside, for me, I feel that both of them,
yes, Sane,
number 7. So both of them are good when it comes to giving passes and scoring. Their main focus is always on team,
right.
and how they can assist each other, and they have that connection as a team. They don't have that feeling of it's me alone, because if you feel like it's me, then it affects the team. And also at some point it might make someone to move to another team. And also,
right.
for the coach, he should plan the 3 of them to play together because they really assist each other well. Because for people who have stayed
right.
in the team for
right.
the longest time, they always have this attitude, and yes, they have experience, but they have a kind of attitude which most of the time doesn't help the team. And most of them are like, we've won this cup for a long period of time, so we'll just still win. Right. So they don't have that motivation. And also, sometimes we get that people are proud in the team and feel that others ignore them to give them the ball, to pass them the ball.
Right.
you see that a small team will beat a bigger team just because of that attitude. And I remember 4 years ago, there's something that happened in Manchester United. There was a player, Lukaku.
Right.
He always wanted the other players to give him the ball to score. Every time they don't pass him the ball, he really feels disappointed.
Right.
So he always wanted the ball to be given to him. And if the players did that, this raised his spirit, and he really scored. So I feel that they need a mentorship on how they're going to assist each other in the field and how they're going to pass the ball so that they can score.
Right.
Because if it becomes an individual thing, only one person does all the playing,
right.
So it becomes hard for the team to score.
Yes.
So it's also good for Thomas to take care of all the players and not to blame some, because this makes other players feel disappointed. So the coach must be very much careful and value all the players. And also when it comes to selling the players, he should also be careful and just watch first before he sells or he buys the players. So for example, like if he wants Haaland and all the players, he should be careful, because for Haaland, he knows he has his father somewhere.
Well, in case you missed the game over the weekend, we have the highlight for you. And it was FC Cologne that tried to hold back Bayern Munich, but they got the 2-1 win, courtesy of a Musiala late goal. And also Dortmund also bottled the league, but then again they were held to a 2-2 draw against Mainz. Something they will forever hold on to their memory. And maybe before we take a look at the highlights, Elvis, what areas can Borussia Dortmund work on? We know that their midfield star Jude Bellingham might make a move to Real Madrid this season, meaning they'll be that is a space yet to be filled. Maybe what are the areas in your own perspective that Borussia Dortmund can really work on next season to try and cause more problems for Bayern Munich?
For now, I think that Dortmund should work on their the center, but also they should work on their communication.
Right.
Because when it comes to the middle, that's where they get motivations to move in front. And also, they should have new ideas on how to improve their team. But the most important thing is the gelling and connection between the players. And also another thing is that they shouldn't have attitude, because a wrong attitude leads to a poor game. Just there's like what happened way back before in Barcelona.
Right.
So because the players were not, they didn't have that gel and they didn't have that positive attitude, that led to loss of motivation in the team. So you saw that's what happened. That's the player moves to Bayern and the player moved to Real Madrid. So, and we also have, when it comes to Manchester United, we have Bruno, we have Sancho. You see how they gel when it comes to playing. So, I will...
Casemiro, yes.
So, when Casemiro moved to Manchester United... Modric.
Yes.
He played alone at the center, so he didn't have anyone to play with. So that made him tired, and also wanted to get another person who they will gel to try and have a good game. So every time he could call people to come and support in the middle, and he was lucky because he was the only person. And this led to Man City scoring, and sometimes it was they played a poor game at some point, but that was just the key. The key is the center, the midfielders. So for me, I wish that they look for another midfielder as that one moves to Real Madrid.
Hapo sawa. Now, of course, in case you missed the games, we have the highlights for you. And after the break, we'll also be coming back with some English Premier League as we take a look at how the final games did take place. This is how it went as Borussia Dortmund were held to a 2-2 draw against Mainz, while Bayern Munich lifted their 11th consecutive title after a 2-1 win over Cologne.